My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how to use clickbait in your content marketing. You want to identify first your target audience, know precisely who they are and what they care about, what problems they have, what solutions they need. The more you understand about them, the more kind of content and conversations you can extrapolate that will resonate with them. Secondly, you want to understand different kinds of emotions that they will, well, as humans, any emotion really will do. Find a list of different emotions: anger, hatred, awe-inspiring, shock and awe, happiness, vitriol, chivalry, things like that, amazement. You can pick almost any kind of emotion you really want. Some better than others. Some will incite a positive, some will incite a negative response. But that's something that's for later on. And then you want to create what's called a knowledge gap. So as you're creating content, create the content naturally, instinctively, like the body of the content. But the title, that's where it is. The title and the image, especially on places like Facebook and Twitter. The title needs to have a knowledge gap in there. So you're saying something like, my $2.35 billion mistake. Or my simple mistake that made me lose $2.35 billion, for example. Or even how to use clickbait in your content marketing strategy. The knowledge gap is something the audience don't know about, that you know about, and you're positioning it in a way to entice them in, is to hook them, is to pique their curiosity. When you can inspire their curiosity, then they're more inclined to consume the content. So they're consuming it. And if your content adds value and it's slanted in a way that's positive or negative, that has got a lot of information to it in detail, then they're more inclined to share it. Because if it's very positive or very negative, then they're more inclined to share it because of that. If it's in the middle, like meh, who cares, whatever, then they're not going to care about it. But if it's something that's very positive or negative, it's either going to infuriate them or inspire them, and they're going to talk about it and share it. It's in the way you create and structure the title. And in the show notes below, there's a link to my blog, and I talk about different ideas and different buzzwords, different kind of structures. So you want to do things like, there's a whole systematic way around it, like having adjective plus noun plus number plus promise plus title, or descriptive word plus number plus promise, that kind of stuff. So there's quite a formula to it. And it's worth noting also at the same time that clickbait is not evil. Clickbait is not inherently evil. It's only evil you see it as. You see it as evil because a lot of people will mislead you for it. They'll be like, oh, you won't believe this kind of stuff. You go on, you click on it, and there's nothing there. It's a waste of your time. That's evil. But if you use it and you actually deliver on the promise, deliver on the value, then it's not evil. Plus also at the same time, if you know it's not evil and everybody else thinks it is evil, then you've got like an advantage because no one else is using it. So for some people out there, sure, it's evil if you still want to believe that, but other people out there, it's not evil. Use the strategy, use the techniques for the naming convention, the structure, the layout, whatever, upcycling, whatever, and actually deliver the value. Give them fucking value and actually teach them something worth bloody while, because they'll see that and think, this channel is worthwhile, I like it a lot, some good stuff here, this is really cool, I love it. So you want different emotions, and the way you structure the title. So if you do something like 21, people love lists, by the way, and also I read that odd numbered lists like 9, 7, 21 are slightly better than even numbered lists like 10, 12, 22, things like that. So if you go for something like 21 ways to lose fat whilst eating food on the go, it's going to be a bit more clickbaity than ways to lose weight, for example, or 21 ways to only eat donuts and lose weight. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, on the go, I don't know, something like that. In the show notes, there's a link to a blog where I talk about this kind of stuff, a bit more detail. But that is how clickbait. That's how you can use clickbait. It's in the title. And taking your content, not necessarily editing it per se, maybe upcycling and stuff like that, but it's in the way you position it, it's in the way you frame it. Everything arguably can be clickbaited, and also at the same time, everything arguably can be turned into evergreen content with the right kind of wording and phrasing without distracting from the original point or value. So when you know your audience, what will resonate with them, what's their problems and solutions they need, understand how to do it, the naming convention, and different kind of emotions, then you can take one topic and talk about it in so many different ways and just go galore with content creation. It's quite insane that way, en masse, if you're quantity over quality. Although I've come to realise that what's more important is quality over quantity. So a few good clickbait content pieces is better, a handful of them is better than dozens and dozens of them. So the question of the day to you is, how are you using clickbait in your content marketing? I'm using it a lot in the videos that I create and blogs and podcasts that I record. I have a blog, and then I just create a much more clickbaity title for it. And when I record a podcast, we talk. There's no structure, so whatever we talk about, that becomes the title, that becomes the subject matter, and that determines the name of the podcast itself. And similarly, even the books that I'm writing, I'm publishing at the moment a book called Attention Avalanche, and I like that AA, Attention Avalanche, and then it's like 3 steps to endlessly create more content to engage, inspire, and convert more customers. And it's like, I like that. 3 steps to engage more customers and get more sales. Essentially that kind of layout, and it's like, oh, there's the promise, there's the steps, there's how easy it is, and there's the result at the end. So it's like, oh, very nice. So question of the day is, how are you using it? Comment below, share and synergize and look at ideas and all the rest. But remember also that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?